Between the cost of eggs in the supermarket and the cowardice that is Joe Biden, there has been a lot of chicken talk as of late. Even so, Biden has still been able to put a whole lot of egg on his face. Let me explain. Greetings and salutations. We don't have time to waste or money to spend because Joe and the gang are just keeping it that way. And isn't it oh so excellent?
You know, everybody, I come from the state of Delaware. Everybody thinks the big industry is chemicals. It's chickens. Chickens. Broiler chickens. Billion-dollar industries. And needs help. So anyway, sorry, I don't want to get too personal here. Chickens.
Yeah. From egg prices skyrocketing to Biden caring more about his chickens than classified documents, this was a busy past week, and Joey needs to take a little break. What in the actual... How did he get up from that? You're telling me that fella who just hopped right on up is the same guy as this guy? Did he get that jacket on? We'll never know or care. But let me know your thoughts in the comments about this little hop, skip, and a jump of Biden's. And please share this video so the bunny hop can be seen, because Joey can be feisty when he wants to be.
Classified material next to your Corvette. What were you thinking?
Let me, I'm going to get a chance to speak on all this, God willing, soon. But as I said earlier this week, people, and by the way, my Corvette's in a locked garage, okay? So it's not like you're sitting out in the street.
So
but anyway,
was in a locked garage.
Yes, as well as my Corvette.
In case you are confused at Joey's comments, yes, last week I reported on how Biden had classified documents in a building from when he was vice president. And yes, we continue to hear new examples and locations of where Biden has classified documents that he should not have. Like at his house in Delaware, that he continues to defend as being A-OK because it was in a locked garage next to his Corvette.
As I said earlier this week, people know I take classified documents and classified material seriously.
You talk about a good bullshit story.
I also said we're cooperating fully and completely with the Justice Department's review. As part of that process, my lawyers reviewed other places where documents from my time as vice president were stored, and they finished the review last night. They discovered a small number of documents of classified markings in storage areas and file cabinets in my home and my personal library. This was done in the case of the Biden Penn. This was done in the case of the Biden Penn Center. The Department of Justice was immediately, as was done, the Department of Justice was immediately notified.
This is the document my lawyers are making me read, and they forgot that I can't read. But look at me jump. Such pop from old corn pop. Now, do I think Biden intentionally was hiding documents next to his Corvette in his locked garage attached to the house, which apparently Hunter Biden owned, and yet there are some documents showing that he was paying rent on the house at a rate of almost $50,000 per month? That's insane. And wow, this story goes down a rabbit hole. But back to the actual question. The answer is no. I don't think Joey intentionally is hiding classified documents with launch codes any more than Trump was hiding documents on behalf of the Kremlin or Kim Jong-un or China. Now, Representative Jim Jordan brought up a solid point in asking, why was President Trump's home raided, but not President Biden's? Why did the FBI take pictures of President Trump's so-called classified documents, but not President Biden's? Americans are tired of the double standard. And that last part really sums it up. Ultimately, nothing will happen to either Trump or Biden. Truth is, our politicians are just giant dum-dums on these matters, and their taking seriously of that kind of stuff is as much as any highbrow elitist would take it serious. They know they get away with all of it. But if you did it, then hey, get ready for some soap rope and a cellmate named Bubba. And that's just for the ladies. Maybe in the clink, you'll get a serving of eggs as part of your 3 squares, because on the outside, the rest of us simply can't afford them anymore. And the chickens, the ones not dead because of the avian flu, are ruling the roost. A carton of eggs in January of last year cost about $1.93. By December, and now 1 year later, it is averaging about $4.25 per dozen. Yeah, it's more than $5 where I am. And we're going to just have to resort to using something else.
Look at all those chickens.
Those weren't chickens. Anyway, let's talk about this serious issue, because you have to remember that gas stoves are to be eliminated via the Biden administration's wishes. So now you can bet our drug problem is about to get 10 times worse. All right, seriously, tell me this isn't the funniest yet truest thing on the internet this week. It's a meme that says, 1987, this is your brain on drugs. 2023, you can't afford the egg, the gas stove is being outlawed, the only thing you can get is the drugs. But hey, don't spend the money on drugs that won't really help you. Instead, I say spend your money on something that will help sustain your energy and concentration as we figure out how to afford anything. And I'm talking about Magic Mind, which I've been taking to help me get all of the penny-saving tasks I need done. I drink my coffee in the morning, and now I also take the little bottle of Magic Mind with the L-theanine in it to help keep me focused on this nonsense. Now, let's just say I am laser focused, because you can see, if you'd like to, if it helps you as well, by checking out magicmind.co/healthyrepublic, and then use the code healthyrepublic20 to save some sweet, sweet coin. Again, that's magicmind.co/healthyrepublic, and just maybe by entering the code healthyrepublic20, you'll have enough coins for 1 dozen eggs. And let's get back to those eggs. I want to know your thoughts on this in the comment section, because all of the elites in Washington just don't get it. Which brings us to this week's Where in the world is Kamalama Ding Dong? Kamalama Ding Dong doesn't get a lot of things, but can she explain to us how the egg prices right now are so high, and also how that can connect somehow to Joe Biden just leaving these classified documents in his garage? Does she have anything that will show this commonality?
I love Venn diagrams. I really do. I love Venn diagrams. It's just something about those 3 circles and the analysis about where there is the intersection, right? Yeah, I see people that you agree with me, right? So I asked my team, I brought props.
Well, she's the tool, so props are the only thing left. And it's not 3, it's 2 circles. And anyway, now Ding Dong and the White House do not care about any such things that we care about. And that's where the Venn diagram comes in. Let's take a look. We have the cost of eggs being super high on the left side. Just ignore the fact that Joe is pardoning a turkey right there in that image. He doesn't know the difference. And then on the right side, in the other circle, we have classified documents just hanging out in a garage mixed in with old copies of Playboys, and smack dab in the middle is the overlap, the commonality. And this is the Biden administration simply not caring 1 iota. And why should they? They don't care about any such things that you and I, average Americans, care about.
Don't you judge me. You're the selfish one. You're the one who charged his own brother for a Bluth frozen banana. I mean, it's one banana, Michael. What could it cost? $10?
You've never actually set foot in a supermarket, have you?
I don't have time.
Bingo! They are all a bunch of Lucille Bluths. And it is evident they based that character on the real dead Nancy Pelosi. Now, I just wonder if Martin Luther King Jr. were alive today, would he be saying, "I have a dream to see competence in the White House. I have a dream that eggs cost less than my mortgage," because I highly doubt his dream would be to have a giant statue of himself, or rather what appears to be one of his appendages, just out there for all to see. Apparently, the 22-foot-tall bronze statue called Embrace is supposed to show MLK hugging his wife, Coretta Scott King, after he won the 1964 Nobel Peace Prize. What it actually shows, well, you be the judge and the jury on that one. Coretta Scott King's cousin, Seneca Scott, had an opinion. He wrote for Compact that $10 million were wasted to create a masturbatory metal homage to my legendary family members, one of the all-time greatest American families. Still, the Boston debacle could be a blessing in disguise by exposing the insidiousness of astroturfed woke movements that have come to dominate Black America. How could anyone fail to see that this was a major dick move, pun intended, that brings very few, if any, tangible benefits to struggling Black families? But hey, who cares? It'll get knocked down in a few years anyway, because that's what we do to statues in this country. Now, not to be outdone by a bronze penis, Biden had to get his bona fides in for MLK Day on Monday by spending Sunday spouting his usual lies and making racial comments.
I may be a practicing Catholic. I used to go to 7:30 Mass every morning in high school and then in college before I went to the black church. Not a joke.
Not a joke indeed. Just one giant lie. And practicing Catholic, I say to you, practice harder. Because you know what?
You suck.
You really do. There's egg on the face of all of us, but none in our bellies these days. And as a country, we've become one giant penile joke. Now, at least you'll do your part to better us by keeping your F's. Faith, family, and friends. And hey, make sure to get yourself a nice shirt with that phrase on it by visiting freedomproject.com/store. Until next time, stay healthy, America.